Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, Carmageddon has started this year when an ex-employee of Jeffrey's came out and said that he was basically having the allegations that Jeffrey was still talking racism and trying to get other people to talk racial slurs and record them and use it as blackmail. Also talking about the fact that you and Shane Dawson had pretty much conspired against James Charles to bring him down a notch because you thought he deserved it. And that's where we are at right now with Carmageddon. Now, right now, Shane came out more than once. The first time was a statement um, that was like 5 pages, and he was trying to say, oh, it was a joke, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing with that statement that he first put out, I could see a few things where he was trying to make a joke, but most of it seemed like it came from anger. And as someone who can read and who's an empath, I can tell it was a mixture of, it was kind of like being, when you get angry at somebody, but you're trying to be reasonable and funny at the same time so it doesn't come off like you're an asshole. That's pretty much what that whole 5 thing was. Well, then he ended up coming out with a video talking about things that allegations that have been coming up. And that's pretty much been it. Well, Tati made a video again this year talking about how she talked to James Charles, how basically Shane and Jeffrey were the ones that were putting this into her ear, that she needed to make a video, she needed to talk about it, and everything else. And Shane, like I said, had made that video apologizing and everything, but he hasn't really said nothing since Tati's video came out. Now, Ryland, which is Shane's boyfriend, came out and said, hey, it's kind of funny you want to throw shade when he's the one that helped you sell them vitamins. Okay. And a lot of stuff from Shane Dawson's YouTube channels has come resurfaced. He had blackface skit that he did. There was the poster of it looked like him pleasuring himself to Will Smith and Jada Smith's daughter. And then there was podcasts, there was video clips on his YouTube channel. I think it was it, I don't want to say it wrong, but it was either Gabby or it was Tana. It was one of them two that had a video up of Shane Dawson and them talking and joking. I really think it was Tana Moser. I don't think it was Gabby. It might have been. I don't know. You're going to have to fact check me, guys, on that and look down below. Let me know. Because, like I said, there's so much coming out every day. It's ridiculous. I'm watching some of you drama channels out there like Peter Mon, Daily, Dustin Daily, Spill Sesh, Rick's. Oh my God. Rich Luck. Sorry, Rich. Oh my God. Rick Slash. Oh. With the fan. I had bought me a little fan and it broke, and I'm so sad because I've got addicted to watching you guys sit there and flip your fan that I flipped my fan so much I broke my fan. So if you guys want to send me a fan, I would appreciate it. But anyway, so actually going on to the drama. There's been voice messages from Jeffrey coming out, a lot of speculation about the racism. There was the whole Davi Vanity, Blood on the Dance Floor, which, by the way, okay, I'm going to put this out there. I was part of the class of 2008. So all these people that you're listening about and stuff, I've heard their music or I've seen them on different videos on YouTube when YouTube came out. And it's just so weird because we're all around the same age. I'm 30, I'll be 31 in November because my birthday is a day before Jeffree Star's. And it's so weird with just the craziness of it all and being at that age as the same people who I'm watching. It's just weird. But with the whole drama, it's just one thing after another. There was a Vegas trip that happened. And during the Vegas trip, Jeffrey was allegedly talking crap about Trisha Paytas. Now, here's the first thing. Trisha, I have a love-hate relationship with. She don't even know me. This is just my personal experience. You know how like when you're watching somebody and you're like it's like when you're watching a show and you're like, I hate that bitch, but I love her, and then you're just watching them forever. That's pretty much my relationship with Trisha Paytas, because I love watching some of the stuff that she makes, but some of it's just ridiculous. Like when she starts coming out and talking about I'm a trans man and all that crap, like I believe you are what you feel that you are. But when you start mislabeling, like with the DID stuff, and you're not getting the accurate information and you're doing self diagnosis, that's when I have an issue with you. But to me, she seems like someone I could literally eat chicken wings with and laugh about stupid stuff and play dress up with. Like, on that level, we're cool. On the being a troll, come on, girl. You getting up there in age. You look pretty as hell, but you need to get your shit together. Just my opinion. But Trisha came out with a video talking about that because at first she was like, me and Joe pretty good. Now they're not. I have no clue. That girl is like one of those like little pendulums that it goes back and forth and you don't know which way it's going to go or which way it's going to end or if it's ever going to stop. Like, I don't know what's going on with her, but if somebody was talking crap about me, about my body and about my weight behind my back and couldn't say it in front of my face, then yeah, we'd be squaring up. You wouldn't be running like you did when you ran from Tanacon. That's for damn sure. Just saying. And I like you, Jeffrey, to a certain extent. I don't like the shit that you're doing. I don't like the shit that's coming out about you. But I love your makeup. I love that sassy style. It's nice to see a Scorpio out there who's doing well for themselves, but it's horrible to see because you're being an asshole. You're being a racist from what I'm hearing, or at least what I'm seeing. I mean, it's just, I don't know. At this point, it's like being in a bad relationship and like none of these people know you, but you know them, and you're just like, why? Like, I often wonder, is this how the Greek gods felt? Like, you're sitting there watching these people, giving them all the opportunity in the world, and they're just done. By the way, I say Greek gods because I'm Hellenistic. So, Greek gods. Um, Now, when it comes to, well, let's see, we've covered the Dramageddon. We've covered what started Karmagedon. We've talked about Tati coming out, or Shane coming out twice. Jeffrey hasn't said shit. Now, I'm going to tell you this, Jeffrey. If you're watching this, I hope you watch this, because if you don't, someone needs to tag you in it, and you need to watch it all the way through. I don't care if you like the way I look, the way I dress, the way I sound, or what looks behind me. But girl, really? You're going to put a photo from 6 months ago and try to say and use it in, what was it, June at the time? Or was it July, the beginning of July? End of June, beginning of July, somewhere around there. And you're going to sit there and try to be like, oh, I'm taking Granny to go see her old house she lived in. And you used that 6 months prior. Like, real. Girl, I feel bad for you. For real. Now, you may feel bad for me because of what way I look right now, but it's like after midnight. What's your excuse? Like, you need to get your shit straight. For real. Because you're making all Scorpios look bad. Especially Scorpio men. Mm-mm-mm. Need to figure it out, man. I don't know who hurt you. I don't know what they did to you. But you need to go get some help. And you need to figure it out. Now, I know last time you talked about how you didn't want to ever do this again with the drama and the Dramageddon. But honestly, you need to address something because your fans are trying to protect you. They're out there trying to do whatever they can for you. And you're not saying nothing, I mean, at least talk about it. You know what I would honestly like to see? And this is a personal opinion. This is to everybody involved. Because right now, from what I heard today, James Charles ain't talking about it. He ain't getting into it. He's like, I'm done. He's like, that ain't my drama. That ain't my mess. But What I would like to see is a roundtable discussion. No editing, no bullshit. I want to see all of you guys set together at a table, having a pure discussion. I will be your moderator. One, because I want a trip to California. Mommy needs to go swimming so bad. But I would like to moderate that. A discussion, because you're all adults. And I don't know what went on behind the scenes, what brought it up, why you guys felt the need to do this. But it's ridiculous, especially in this day and age. You've all started from what I would consider humble beginnings for the most part. You all know what the struggle is. You all know you have an audience. No matter if you like it or not, someone's always going to look up to you. You didn't have to ask for it, it just happens. And if we want to do something better for our future and our generation, then we should be able to show that we can learn and grow. Now, I seen that Tati's age was thrown out a couple times. How many times has your guys' age been thrown out for drama that you've been in? I'll wait. So you already know what it's like. Now, I don't know these people, like I said, from Adam and Eve. I can't tell you if they're good people. I can't tell you if they're bad people. But I can tell you from an outside perspective that when I seen grown adults not being able to have a conversation, it's one thing if you can't get along and you're like, look, you do you, I do me, we'll go our separate ways. But with allegations that you're using blackmail and things like that, that's some serious allegations. Now, me personally, as a Scorpio, I can understand. I've been hurt by so many people. Like from kindergarten all the way until I hit high school, I was ridiculed. I was picked on. I came from a poor family background to where I got Goodwill clothes. I never knew what a family vacation was. And honestly, to be truthfully, I still haven't had a family vacation. I don't know what that's like. But I do know what it's like to struggle. I do know what it's like to be doing whatever you can to achieve something, to have other people push you back. Now, the world isn't perfect, and it never will be. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't achieve or strive to achieve to be better than what we are and what we were. I get it. Life's hard. Things happen. I myself am a sexual abuse survivor. I don't talk about it that much, but I am. I come from a whole line of women who were sexually abused. And I watched the scars that they went through and the ones that I dealt with. So I can relate on that level. I can relate on upbringing. I can relate on struggling. I can even relate on having to do things so you don't have to lose your house. It's a hard world. And right now I'm even fighting crying about it because those are memories that are rough. But it still needs to be talked about. Now, before all this drama started here in Karmagedon, for those of you who do not know, you're about to know. I do tarot, I do psychic readings, I speak with the dead. I don't talk about it a whole lot, I don't tell a lot of people about it, just for the reason being that that's me and my personal path and my personal opinion. But I had noticed something in you, Shane, that had changed, and I did a reading on it. And in March, I sent you a message on Instagram, reaching out, trying to give you some advice. Now, I'm not blaming you for not replying back because anything can get lost. You have a lot of followers, a lot of people that are probably trying to get a hold of you. And I understand that. But I would like for you to go ahead and go into your Instagram and look for me under Samora Knight. By the way, to those watching this, that's not my real name. But it is the name I use on Instagram. Now, read that. Reply back to me. Let's have a conversation. Because the stuff that's still coming out about you with the whole pedo crap, there's an issue there. And I think you need to talk about it. I know there's some things that we're afraid to talk about in society, but you need to talk about what's going on with you. Because I've got a feeling that this is something you and your therapist have talked about. I've never read any of your books. I haven't watched your movies. And honestly, I've only followed a hit and miss occasionally here and there watching your YouTube videos. And that's because I had kids to watch. I had a job to do, busting my ass to make sure they survive. So I didn't have the time to play like you did on YouTube with your skits. That's just life. We all have different paths and we got to walk them. But the one thing I'm going to say, I don't know if I said it this so far, is this. If you regret everything that you did in your past as far as, the jokes you shouldn't have made or the skits that you shouldn't have done, and by the way, I don't give a hell or fuck who you are. Everybody knows blackface ain't right. I don't care what age you were, what generation it was. Because, see, when you were posting that shit in 2010, I think it was 2010, around that area, that shit wasn't funny. The only reason it got views is because there was little kids watching that. So let that be in your mind, that there was a generation of kids watching content like that, thinking it's all right. It's pretty messed up, ain't it? That's the power that you have, the privilege that you have to reach that amount of people. And that's anybody who has that many followers. Is it something that you ask for? No. But is it something that comes with the territory? Yes. And as far as all that, like if that wasn't you and that's not who you were, why were them videos still up? Why was them podcasts still up? You have control of that. You didn't forget about it. How could you? You made it. You were making money off of it. And from what the allegations are, you still have merch on your shop for it. And you come out with the statement that you need to have more diversity in your videos. But here's the thing about diversity. Diversity isn't something that you formulate. Diversity is something that happens. Now, me personally, 98% of my friends are white. 2% of my friends are not. Is that because I just want white people? No. It's because of where I'm at, where I'm around, who I meet. It's environment. Now, if I lived in a city where there was more predominantly black people living there than white people, I would have more black friends. It's just how it is. Now, but see, the thing is, though, you live in California. California is a melting pot, but you also have anxiety. So you say. So maybe it's time you start virtually reaching out to fans, reaching out to people. Start having discussions with other YouTubers of things that actually matter. Like me personally, if I had your platform, I would want to not only speak about the discrimination that people face outside, but also on the platform that you choose to use. Now, I can say this as a pagan creator on my other channel, The Divine Witch, and y'all can feel free to go check it out and look at it. That YouTube, for a very long time, has discriminated against different paths, different people, and different views. YouTube, we all remember, used to be a place where you could come, share an opinion, you may agree or may not agree. And now it's turned into something that you can barely even get information out there. But yet, there will be like tags on Sabrina, the teenage witch. And yet, somebody who's actually pagan, and it's not a movie or a book or some fantasy, can't even reach out to the public who may have watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch and be able to give them right information because of the YouTube algorithm. Why not make something to where formats like that are being held accountable? Now, I know what they say, don't go against the hand that feeds. And I totally agree with that. But the path that you were on before all this BS came out, you were on a path of rebuilding yourself. Honestly, you were to the path to where it was possible that you could have had a docu-series either on Netflix, HBO. You could have done what you wanted to because of the notoriety of the hard work that you put in. And somehow you got lost along the way. We all do. And even you, Jeffree Star, you've gotten lost too. You know, I don't believe that everybody is hatred. And like as I was trying to say before, like as a Scorpio, you know, I understand that when it comes to trusting people, it's a very hard thing to do because trust is a two-way street. And after getting burned so many times and always getting the blame shifted on you, that's when you have those receipts, those voice messages, or those screenshots because someone fucked you over so many times or multiple people, and at this point you're just trying to protect yourself. So I can understand that. But what I can't understand is racist thinking. What I can't understand is trying to make it appear one way when your actions and those around you are scared to even talk around you. I think there's growth for the both of you. And I know this was supposed to be a whole drama video, and hopefully you guys like the thumbnail. But I want to see growth. And not just BS growth, like actual growth. I think you guys, all of you, even, you know, beauty, drama, whatever it may be, there is room for you guys to grow, to expand, to become something more, to be able to do something. Like, for instance, let's say those videos of the character Shane Dawson was trying to play with the blackface. Let's say he kept all them videos up for years. But every dime that he made off those videos was going to Black Lives Matter or going to helping in impoverished areas where it's in black communities. No, the video still wouldn't have been right, but the money that it got would have been for a cause better than what the video obtained. There's ways to make things right, and there's ways to approach things. And I know when you're getting attacked or you're seeing a loved one get attacked on the internet and you're watching someone have panic attacks or start worrying, or like Jeffree's doing where he's just trying to keep himself busy and deflecting, because that's what us Scorpios do. When we get stressed, we constantly work or do something to always keep us busy. Because at the end of the day, our worst enemy is ourselves and our own thoughts. And I can say that honestly. Now, I can't, for those of you who are actually watching, I can't sit here and say that Jeffrey's a good guy or Shane's a good guy or or they're bad people or whatever. But what I can say from an outside perspective, as someone who hasn't made a video about U2 yet, except for this one, and this is going to be the last one that I make, unless something crazy comes out. So don't do anything crazy. But you need growth. And you need someone to call you on your bullshit. And you all don't got that. So I'm going to call you on your bullshit. You don't know me. I don't know you. You definitely ain't paying me because, girl, look at the shirt I'm wearing. I would love to have new clothes though, I'm not going to lie. Finding plus size clothes is a pain in the butt. But with that said, work on yourself. Come out. Do a live stream on YouTube. Not on the same day now. And just talk. No script. No editing. Just talk. Say it from your heart, not some BS script. Because I hate to tell you, that instant influencer, the episode where they talk about apology videos, no one's going to believe any apology videos that come out from now on. At least I won't. And honestly, even before then, I really didn't. Because, see, I'm the type of person that I don't believe what you say. I believe what you do. Because, see, I've got a teenage daughter. And she can sit there and say all day, Mom, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to do good grades. Okay, show me. So that's what I'm asking of you guys. Show me the truth. Show me your true side. Because what's coming out about y'all ain't good. But it doesn't mean that it can't be fixed. So I hope that if there's anything you can take from this, is to 1, you need to address it. 2, Shane, you need to get a team of therapists going on, or you need to get you a good Judy who's not in the industry. And if you ever want an ear, I'm more than happy to lend it to you. I've watched too much Peter Mullen. Good Judy. But anyway, I digress. The problem I see here on YouTube is YouTubers want to attack each other until there's nothing left. But see, I want a world for my girls to where love, respect, and having a civil conversation is a better outcome than tearing someone down. It's easy to tear someone apart. It's even harder to build someone up. Try to remember.